We're back.
You're back?
I think we're back. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Are we there? All right.
Yeah, it's just got a little lag going on.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, we are.
Yeah, it says we're
Seemed
live
like it.
now. Good. And we can wrap it up
Watching
here
things.
soon too. I know it's getting late there, but man, I love talking RC. Everyone in the chat loves RC.
Yeah, we've been almost 2 hours. I didn't even notice. It's crazy.
No, you need sleep. Oh, we got 3 thumbs down. I think I know who one of those is.
Whatever. It's because I'm here.
All good, all good.
Don't worry about that stuff. You're never gonna like everybody, so.
That's true. That's true. And I've had conversations with him before, and maybe, like you said, nuances, things like that. Text is always kind of a bitch, but we'll get it worked out.
From my garage. That was not my garage. That was Patrick's garage.
All right, so we got 10 people in here. Let's see if things. Oh, there we are. People are starting to pour back in.
All right. Almost forgot I had
Thank you, Vic. And I want to do a quick shout out to my members.
It's the same link?
Should be. Let's see.
I'm not seeing the stream anymore, but it's all right. It says chat's disabled. Sorry if I'm...
Oh, no, that's fine, dude.
Thank everybody. You can do that. Oh, 12 watching live now. See if it's... Oh, now I see it. Now we're in.
Okay, good. Yeah, because it restarted the thing.
It is a new stream.
Is it?
Because now it started streaming 89 seconds ago.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So it went to another stream. No wonder.
Yep. That's the first time I've ever gone down, but normally I don't go quite this long, so clearly it's been an awesome show. We've had a lot of people in here, up to 16 now.
Minutes. Motown Philly back again.
Right. Oh, man. That's what she said. Awesome.
Who didn't love Boyz II Men back in the day? 2 was a great album in middle school.
You know what? There was a lot of original, even though some of it was a bit cheesy, there was a lot of like original stuff back then.
Totally.
Not much sounds different, and I say that even for country music and things like that. It's all.
I think great music is still being made, but you just can't get on any main radio stations.
Yeah.
And now there's so many options. You know, Spotify and like, you know. But if you just listen to your car radio, they're gonna play the same 10 Taylor Swift songs over and over again.
Yeah. We're back up to 25 people. Yeah, well, we're not going to do the Kenny thing. While Bill Flynn's back in the house. And so, I think what we should do, since it started a second one, are there any other things you want to let people know about the MiG-29? Anything else coming up? The live show? Any details that we haven't covered?
This Friday live show, we have, another fun show in store, and we'll be showing some of that flying footage, teasing it, and always check it out, guys. We go live every Friday, 12 p.m. You can always watch the replay. There's a whole playlist dedicated to it, and we just stay on for an hour. But we call it the community. A lot's been going on. We got to catch up on the last 2 weeks because last week wasn't a normal show. We didn't do any call-outs because last week was dedicated. When an announcement comes, that's what we're going to do now for announcements. It'll always be on this Friday live stream, and check us out. You can ask us questions there, and anything else that we haven't yet answered on this. We haven't answered. It seems like based on the sales, we answered everything.
Yeah, the presentation was great, man. Between you and Alpha laying it out there, I didn't hear any bitching in the community. I really did, except for maybe the one thing we talked about tonight with that one thing. But other than that, I have heard nothing. Everyone's been excited. Even people that have rigs that are probably a little too small for the jet, no one has talked crap about it. It's well received, man.
It's great. It's unbelievable. It's really it was exciting because the last couple, whatever it is, if it's not yours, people, it's just, to me, that always it's funny. I don't know. I just don't understand hating on anything in this hobby. You hear the same people who seem to hate on things, the same people who think the hobby's dying yet, but all these great products are being made, not just by us. look at all the options out there. Instead of wasting, like, there are people who, instead of sitting there wasting your time, like, to say you hate the product, why don't you just leave? You have YouTube as a whole. Go to a different show. This wasn't for you. Boop.
Completely.
Like, but to sit there and like
go fly something.
What do you gain by going in there and trying to tell everybody who's excited to not be excited? Like, you got people saying, "Oh, you should buy a composite or something." It's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we're not even in the same realm. Like, be happy that it's here. Be happy that these are even being produced and they look as awesome as they are. That's a masterpiece now. And it's going to be funny in 10 years. We'll look back and be like, oh, remember that POS? Like that old technology? Like, I used to fly that Freewing MiG-29. It's ridiculous compared to, this one now. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Well, and I like this addition to the Russian lineup too, because John VHRC, he has it's used. It was new to him, but it was used. The SU-35 with the thrust vectoring and all that stuff.
Yeah.
To get the center of gravity right, he threw a wrench, a bunch of stuff in the battery bay in addition to it. It still had plenty of power, and it was older and it'd seen some mileage, but man, he flew the crap out of it. And hey, you got to do what you got to do to get CG sometimes, guys. The video, we got all that on video, by the way.
The PC9, the Black Horse one, has a little compartment under the tail. I have a 2S LiPo in there, just a dead 2S LiPo that just lives in there to be my tail, to balance it. Like, I was at the field, I couldn't get it to CG, and I'm like, oh, this case, stuck it in there and just left it there. There's an Admiral 2200 that I haven't used in a while, just sitting in the back of my PC9 right now.
That is hilarious. Yeah, Spencer Heath. Okay, so crescent wrench and wire cutters. That's what we put in. John said it was modified, which is probably why the CG needed that, perhaps. But pretty hilarious. Pretty hilarious.
Yeah, as Dave says, an iconic Russian design. So much so they recycled the airframe design for a lot of follow-on planes. Totally. And now there's a couple of versions of it in different sizes, which is also great. Like. But
options are good, man.
On to the next. Within about 2 weeks, we'll all be saying, "What's next, Alpha?" Like, we're done with that, and we're far from over this year. So,
that's great. Yeah, and Christmas is going to be right around the corner.
And nobody even took a gander. Like, we have 300 comments or something on that live video, and nobody. And maybe they didn't get to the end of the video, but there is an Easter egg in that video.
Kenny said he found it. The Hangar 51 Kenny. He said that he found it. Yep, I think he was in the chat earlier, and he said that he found it. Yeah.
Did you know what he said? Like, did he actually say?
I didn't even see what he had said, but apparently, wouldn't surprise me if he tries to mention that in his show tomorrow, or he's trying to get people to watch his show tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
Which he streams all flipping night, so you can't miss him, guys.
Little thing. We always drop Easter eggs. Like, it was funny just leading up to this, like I'm playing with a MiG-21 all of a sudden, and a week before I got a TV Su-30, another Russian jet. Like, we were kind of laying it on thick there. And I remember Alpha, like, he kept answering people like, what's next? Like, and people were guessing on the Flightline one, and Alpha must have said to people in Squawk a bunch of, you're just not being observant. And it's like OV10, observer, like OV. Man. That's what it stands for. And nobody, nobody was putting that together.
See, that's that high-level AI stuff that simple people miss.
He definitely called people stars or something before the shooting star reference to space. 1933. Like, there's always crazy references. Like at the Hobby Squawk, we did the boats. Like, we threw a boat up in the logo. We changed the logo 3 months before we ever even announced boats. There was a military ship in the Hobby Squawk logo. Sorry, but not one person found it.
So any idea which of the boats are coming up next that are next in line?
Oh, after what's on the website already?
Yeah.
I don't. We now have, initially they announced the boats that are coming on the first batch, but then they put out boats that are coming like on a second batch.
Yeah,
so,
and that's where the
you know,
Titanic is, right? In aircraft
yeah,
carriers.
I think it's in the second with the aircraft carrier and one of the other battleships or something. So, but again, that's something I haven't even had time to focus on because it's not here in front of me yet. You know, like once I get one, like we will start turning back towards that because that also probably got a little COVID delay too. You know,
sure.
like it just is what it is. Like the construction vehicles definitely got hit. But, you know, we announced those at like Christmas.
Yeah,
you know?
that's been quite a while.
But,
hopefully,
you know,
hopefully by Christmas though, they can make good Christmas gifts.
I mean, my son wants one. I want one. You know, I can't wait to play with all this new stuff. Like it'll be exciting. It'll be, you know, planes are awesome, but sometimes driving around a car is cool. Driving a truck is cool. I still love the tanks. I love messing with the tanks.
Those tanks. Every time I try and order one, bang, gone.
Gone. And
So
hopefully
fast.
another shipment of those is coming soon.
I hope so too.
But
I want a
that's
Sherman.
the other thing. Learning those markets, like these are all new markets that it just takes time to learn and get your ordering lined up. So, you know, there's less of a wait. I like to think that even when things go out on Motion RC, it's hopefully never out too long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you try your best to time it right, but again, runs happen on certain things. You know, you never know what people are going to like one week versus the next. Just as we spoke earlier, it's somebody can make an Instagram post about one plane and all of a sudden it's gone because everybody's like, oh my god, I forgot that existed. Let's do it. I remember when I released the video on the F5, like it just wasn't talked about. We didn't have a new video for it. You know, it's on that HP of this video, and then like boom, it like got people. Oh my god, that plane exists. It's cool. You know, like just because something's older doesn't make it bad. You know, like they're all awesome.
Yeah, and they're sticking around because they are good. If
Yeah.
they weren't good, they wouldn't be around.
Totally. That's what's great. I mean, just there's so many options. You know. When will the semi trucks? They're already out of stock. I didn't even know if they went out of stock already. That's incredible. I don't know. I don't get that. I don't have access to that information live here to tell you when anything's coming or going. You know, a lot of times I find out when you guys find out.
Gotcha.
You know, when it comes to that stuff, I need to know. You know?
So you get the word and like, okay, James, make a post or make a video.
Something like if they come back, like, you know, put together footage, but a lot of that stuff too, like I haven't gotten to play with it. So, you know, some of these were just linking up with these new vendors and, you know, they're giving Alex and I some footage, or they're like, you're free to take what we already have on YouTube. So like we're trying to make new footage. And also like with the boats, you know, they're big and expensive. You can't expect that me and Alex are going to get to film every single one. You know, it's like the Black Horse models or the Balsa models. Like, you know, it's tough. So, you know, you hope you find one that kind of is a good representation of a majority. You know, like the tanks, we got lucky. Alpha was able to go into the factory and play with each one, and he took majority of the footage of all those tanks, you know, for that video, and that's great, you know. But these are the games we play, trying to find media and, you know, find the best way to market said stuff. And now you're reaching different forums too. It's like I'm a part of all these other Facebook groups that are aside from the plane stuff. You know, there's tank communities and boat communities, and you know, and they're all different languages in essence. You know, it's like we're all humans, but we all speak different languages. In the hobby, we're all hobbyists, but we all speak different languages.
Yeah, different lingos in those subsets, man.
Yeah, and knowing what to talk about. Like, you know, I'm not a boat expert yet. You know, I'm barely a plane expert, but you know, we love it, and you know, I'm a toy guy, so I'm excited to do it.
And that's why you love your job, man. Always something new and fun.
Oh, yeah. It's great. It really is. I appreciate what I do. I definitely do. I did a lot of jobs that I didn't like for a long enough time. She's got a GBLynden shirt.
Yeah. She's got a white one.
Rocking it.
Yeah, that was a limited edition run. Cheers.
Where am I going?
Well, the white.
Come over here. Yep. So the front.
Oh, on the back.
Yeah. Well, I made it with the one in the front, but it didn't turn out great, so I deleted it from the store. They're doing a new run where I'll get. Hopefully, it's cleaner, and then I'll have them add it back in, or I'll remake it for the store. Did you see?
I think I want to take the black out of the plane, just make it an outline for your black shirt. I think it would be cooler if the F-22 were mostly shirt underneath with, in the outline. It would still look the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do.
But like a printed black on black,
Yeah, I was just thinking the white stroke with the black, the darker. So, but yeah, no, I love the logo though, man. In fact, guys, shout out. There's 32 people in here. If you need,
thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah, thank you
Wednesday
guys.
night.
If you guys need some design work, James is very easy to work with. I've worked with dozens and dozens of designers over the years, and he is very easy, and probably the top 3 of folks that I've worked with, and that's saying something.
I like RC Air Marshal's logo and stuff.
Yeah, and he did that himself.
Excellent job.
He's a techie, man. He is a techie. Him and I've had some sidebar conversations about different things.
I like his thumbnails. They stand out. You know what?
Absolutely.
You know what video it is. That's another thing too. Like all that stuff matters.
It does. It adds up, and that's why I'm glad that I've got the logo that I can put as a watermark on my screen caps.
Yeah, you want to be able to look at something and just know that that's like flight test is like that. Like a flight test thumbnail when you see it.
Absolutely.
Hopefully a motion thumbnail. We went through a few variations, but now we're kind of getting on something that fits.
Yeah, and
the hardest thing with those blue bars, man.
Yes.
3 blue contrails is a plane in the sky. They disappear on an image. So I either got to make the logo white or do something. Like it's tough.
Well, I like how you've made those bigger.
Is hard. Like it's crazy how much goes into it.
Absolutely. Well, I'm not going to keep you any longer. You have been awesome,
guys.
James.
Thanks so much for having me, GB.
Yeah,
Brian.
we always have fun anytime we get on Skype, whether we're talking about logos or this or that. We talk forever, and we just got to be like, hard stop. We got to cut it off because we could talk all night. So
yeah, man.
Everyone, thank you very much. James, thank you again. And check out, check out Motion RC's live stream at noon Eastern Standard Time every Friday.
Noon Friday. We'll definitely be throwing in some flying footage, I'm sure. And then we'll be going around the community. Some of your guys' stuff probably show up in here in our show because we like to, that's what I can use my show for too, is spread it to, if you got a YouTube channel, if you're posting stuff, like, come see your name in lights.
Yeah, I've been in there a few times, and I've appreciated it every time. And there was no warning or anything. You're just like, hell yeah, thanks, James. Appreciate it, man.
Fly around here. Yeah, that's awesome, and it works well. We have a good time on that slot, and hopefully Alpha gets his stuff together on that Twitch. I might want to bring that over to YouTube at some point. Like if people. It's fun to sit there and watch him. Like I called him the other day, Alpha's the Bob Ross of RC.
Yeah.
Sitting there listening to him design in CAD, like with his voice is perfect for it. And like, he's so calm. And I'm just like, Alpha, while you're making that nozzle, just throw some happy clouds in there too,
Hey, John, you could use the new GB mask. So the GB that you built for me?
Yes.
I made a new mask.
You threw it on the mask.
Yeah, I threw it on the mask, and John's asking, because John is always busting my balls. He said, I can't wait for the next GB banana hammocks, and I'm like, dude, use that as your banana hammock, because Teespring does not sell those. Customize it.
Oh, man. That would be amazing. Like one of those, like, Borat yellow bathing suit bikini things, like with GB on the crotch. That would be perfect.
All right. Borat's awesome. On that note, guys, thank you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll check you out soon.
Yeah,
Thanks,
guys.
James.
Thanks so much.